Hello guys, and welcome back to the CoasterGen YouTube channel. I am Luke, and today we are doing our first in our time lapse of building up the scenery for the coaster that we built on the live stream the other evening. And Pete joined me for that, and we had the idea, the both of us, to try and combine some of the best B&M coasters out there. And we tried to start it off as the Hulk with a launch, with a tire launch. Then also we tried to do Cumber, where we went over the loop, but we've also since then added a tunnel and a few other things. So you'll see throughout this video I will be skipping ahead and kind of going backwards and forwards to previous iterations of putting scenery in. But first I wanted to start off with doing the station and getting a good idea of how to do the tunnel. And the only way we could do the tunnel was to do loads of pieces in one section and then throw it up there, but I didn't record that at the time, so yeah, apologies for not showing that. But basically, if you look at Silverette's, the way he did his tunnel on his multi-dimensional coaster, that's how we did it. So obviously we've got the Mythos rings as well there, which work really well in the Greek pack for the area that we're trying to build, which is this big ginormous cannon, and it is a cannon. So I want you to stick till the end of the video. Please don't skip to the end, but watch this whole video. And then there is a theme and name reveal. If you do follow me on Twitter, X, or Facebook, or Instagram, you probably would have already seen it by now. But it's still pretty cool. And the music you hear at the moment is the area music for this ride. And you'll hear a bit of a snippet of the soundtrack later on. So again, we're just using these pieces, just trying to block off the light, trying to get the global illumination to make it as dark as humanly Planet Coaster 2 possible inside the station and the tunnel area. Raising the terrain and lowering the terrain, managed to get some really nice effects in there, and it's very dark. And we're using a very reflective surface as well with the metal. Look at that, look how cool it looks coming out of that cannon. It takes me back to being at Universal Studios when I would just basically stand or sit underneath the Hulk, just hearing the big explosion throughout the park and then the big rah. Just really cool memories. And you can say this coaster is very heavily like Velocicoaster Hulk inspired in terms of theming and stuff, but we're now going along with the other bit of the theming. And we're adding rocks, and it wouldn't be a CoasterGen roller coaster, would it, without some rocks? But yeah, some more rocks, and basically just built around the shed that I just put in just to give the station some sort of structure. Which, I don't know if you know this, but underneath Nemesis Reborn is basically just a metal shed, and that's what they do, and then they build the theming around them. The cannon is really coming together now with the addition of them rocks. And you'll see in just a moment some of the angles that you get from. I just put a little pathway in. I don't even try to put anything special in. I just go around the corner and look at the views that you get of this coaster. And later on you'll see some more views as well. You can definitely tell a coaster enthusiast has built this ride, because the queue line goes right over the top and the exit comes right out right out the back. And I tried to go in between the Cobra Roll, but problems again with the path and the pathing tool. I miss the times when you could just press arrows and go left and right and stuff like you could do in RCT2 and Rollercoaster Tycoon 3. I do miss that. So we're back in on another session now, and I was just trying some shrubbery, just an idea, but I canned that, and I'm going to revisit that. But now I'm going to add some of these stanchions to the station. A little bit of colour, a little bit of vibe, and a little bit of theme. And once again, the theme reveal will be coming at the end. I did just get back from Alton Towers, watched the Phalanx Expo, which was the fireworks spectacular. It was absolutely amazing. The Phalanx put on a good show. So if you haven't seen that, I highly recommend you watching it on YouTube if you haven't, because it has a lot of Nemesis lore in there now, which is fun. But yeah, anyway, back to this station, and I couldn't quite get to match the wall 4 meter pieces with the entrance and the exit, and I wish that they would just basically give you an option of throwing a shed over the station to start with. I know it's customizable, but if the stations are going to be that big, then we need to have better customizable pieces. There's a little bit of a tease for the POV, looking good. So now I'm going to add a little bit of a catwalk, just extend this outside. And this is going to be a full area as well. There's going to be another flat ride in here. And it will be available to download when I have finished this ride. But yeah, now about the exit path I was talking about before. I was trying to go up and round and through the Cobra Roll supports, but it wouldn't let me, which was very annoying. I just needed to go up a little bit, but I don't know how to lower and raise the path really. There's not really a system for it. Unless you use your scroll wheel or something, I don't know. But I'll have to check a tutorial on that. But look at that. You got the corkscrew exit, which is really fun. And the view of the cannon as well, going through the rocks. And obviously the barrel roll into the brake run, which is what we set out to do at the start. The LEDs on the train. Looking really, really good. And this is what I was talking about before, about the perspectives that you can get from the exit path. It's just... There would literally be danger ride area signs everywhere on this queue line. But it's just really fun. And I'm looking forward to you guys walking around this park. And yeah, it's going to be fun to see when it's done. Look at that. Just pops up over the pathway. They would be netting everywhere. Swoops around that corner there and pop of airtime into the brakes and then you straight off and into a corkscrew. I love that little combination that you get. So now it's time to add some more rocks to the facade of the station, hiding the shed, hiding the structure. And having a look inside now, it's starting to come together really well. It's very dark before you go into the cannon there. And yeah, the stanchions make that little end catwalk. Kind of gives it a bit more of a vibe. But hopefully you're enjoying these type of videos because there's more coming very, very soon. More live streams coming soon. But now it's time for our name and theme reveal.